everyone. I'm Brittany Watts, Marketing Director for Channel Partners Events, and I'm honored to be among this incredible group of women representing three organizations that have meaningful missions impacting women in the channel today, as well as women in technology in the future. Thank you for joining me. We're here to talk about our upcoming Elevating Women in Channels workshop, taking place September 17th at MSP Summit in Atlanta. Let's start with some introductions. Janet, why don't you kick us off?
Hi, Janet Shine, CEO of JSG and ALN, which is an exciting new group that we put together last year to help women get ahead in technology.
Awesome. Rachel?
I'm Rachel Turkis, and I am currently the I'm currently the chair of the operations board for Cloud Girls, and I will be the CEO for Cloud Girls starting February 15th, 2025.
And Ashley?
Sure. Ashley Cole. I'm a senior channel manager at Fusion Connect, but I'm also the treasurer of the Alliance of Channel Women.
Awesome. And Janet, let's go back to you. You mentioned ALN, Advancing Leadership Network. You launched that this year, I believe. And then with that, you brought a great idea to us at Channel Partners Events and our GM, Kelly Danziger, about revamping our Women's Leadership Summit to be a fresh format. And we're calling it the Elevating Women in Channels Workshop. Tell us about ALN and how that inspired this fresh format for the Women's Workshop.
Absolutely. About 2 years ago, the amazing Kathleen Martin, who many of you know, came to me with a fabulous idea that she and I could partner up and launch this ALN, Advancing Leadership Network, just so everybody knows what it stands for, that would help women in the channel, in the technology space, really get ahead in a way that sometimes we don't see, right? So we see women taking different roles and we see women trying to advance their career in the channel space, but many times they don't have a roadmap. Many times they don't have a plan. They don't have a way to get there. They don't have the right sponsors. They don't have the right content. They don't have the right education. And so Kathleen has put together this really masterful program, Advancing Leadership Network, where you can network with people, you can help get ahead, you can get expert coaches, I guess like me and others, and really get help to get where you want your career to be. And so as we were talking with our members and as we were really working across, a lot of companies to help them to find the women that they want to find for their leadership roles, we started talking about this event. And Kelly and I had this amazing, and Kelly's always amazing, we had this amazing conversation about what if we freshened up the format of the Women's Summit traditionally, which will now be the Elevating Women in Channels, and we made it truly educational. We made it something where everybody would leave with two things: a career plan that would help to guide their actions and the actions of those who wanted to support them over the coming year, and then a certification that showed to the industry, showed to people wanting to hire them, promote them, advance them in their own company, what this person had invested and was doing, right, to get their career ahead. Because it's one thing to say, I want to get ahead. It's another thing to actually have a plan and invest and do the things you need to do, the experiences, the education, et cetera, to do it. And so we're very honored to have this relationship with the Channel Futures team, with the Elevating Women in Channels, and to bring this to both our membership, the membership of ACW, which I'm a proud member of, and Cloud Girls, which I'm a proud member of, that all of us working together can help more women get ahead in the industry. And that's truly the goal.
That is the goal. And one of the unique things about the workshop this year is the certification that's being offered. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we have a professional certification. Some of you may or may not know that Dr. Ashlyn Silva, who has her PhD in advanced education, has joined the ALN group and is crafting a certification that is both defensible and meaningful, so that if you attend the session, or perhaps I should say when you attend, because if you're listening, you should attend. When you attend the session, that due to the curriculum that's been put together and being advised on by her, the curriculum will actually qualify you to take the certification, and the certification will then be a marker of you really investing in your career. And so the certification will be based on the coursework that's done during the day of the Elevating Women in Channels, the completion of your plan, and then a very simplified certification test to have your certification. We'll be providing badges for everyone to use on LinkedIn so that people know they're serious about getting ahead in this industry and have gained the financial, marketing, brand, and advancing technology education that they need in order to actually make that dream come true. So we encourage everybody to get their certification as part of the program.
Awesome. Thanks, Janet.
You're
And
welcome.
Rachel, you're moving into the CEO position of Cloud Girls. Very exciting. Congratulations. Tell us a bit about Cloud Girls and what you offer the channel.
Certainly. So Cloud Girls is a diverse group of female leaders in and outside of channel, but are primarily in cloud, AI, and cybersecurity. And it is our goal, among other goals, though, to help advance women in technology. And just to come on behind what Janet said, I talk to a lot of women and I talk to a lot of leaders in tech. And I'm very excited to see that there is going to be this kind of summit that goes beyond just talking about the issues that women are having in technology, but take it a step further and create a path and create some action items for them. And I think it's just fantastic. So I want to thank Janet and you for doing that. It's amazing. So women right now make up about 27% of people in technology. And when you think about our workforce is 49% female, that feels like a huge disparity between the two. With CTOs specifically, only about 12% are women. So as you look at the pipeline that's coming up and coming into the future, because of COVID, a lot of women did leave the workforce to go help their families. And what we're seeing is the women who left tech really aren't coming back to tech. So we do have this several year kind of gap where we're going to be missing female leaders. So one of the goals of Cloud Girls is to make sure gaps like that don't happen in the future. One of the fundamental pillars we have is philanthropy, and we picked two STEM for young girls anywhere between the ages of 18 to 17 programs to help twice a year. Like I said, we picked two, and we do fundraising for them. We just finished our fundraising for our first round this year for Brown Girls Code, which was an amazing event. And we raised, I don't want to say because I can't remember the exact figure, but I know that we raised over $10,000 for them. So I'm very excited for that and for that future. We will have another fundraiser by the end of the year, again, concentrating on getting young women interested in STEM and STEM roles, because we find that if they don't, by the age of 13, engage in mathematics, in science, and don't find their home there, they don't come back. And we really need to make a space for them. So 10, 15 years from now, we're not having the same conversation about there only being 27% of women and only 18% of those are CTOs. It's time for that to change. And the only way to change that is to make a pipeline that comes up behind us.
I love the work you do advancing girls in technology. It's so important, so meaningful. Why do you see the Elevating Women in Channels workshop? How is that going to be meaningful to girls in the future?
So I think in the future, first of all, the fact that it's even happening. So let's just start with that. The fact that we are having discussions as women, how to change the future, how to make ourselves better, how to work better together. I think there's an idea that for women, there's only one space at any given table for a woman. So once a woman takes that space, I'm not sure they're making a space behind them to bring more women along. And workshops like this and things like this, where women support each other and women are there for one another, create that space and make more room for females there. And frankly, we need to prime the bench for who's going to come in after us. Cloud Girls is generally made up of women who are directors or above. So we need to make that space for those women who are managers, who are channel managers, who want to be solutions engineers, who want to do all that, and make room for them to come up and be able to take our place, or somebody else's who may not be a female who's sitting next to us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rachel. And Ashley, you're here representing Alliance of Channel Women, which is an organization we've had a relationship with for as long as I've been here, 10 plus years. I don't even know how long. We love partnering with you. Specifically, you have the ACW Connect Live events at our spring and fall shows. You're doing it again. Thank you. You're going to be with us September 17th from 4 to 7 p.m., which will kick off the night prior to the women's workshop. It's a beautiful pairing. Tell us what we can expect at ACW Connect Live this year.
Sure. So every year we really we look at different facets of our career in technology. So we've taken looks at how to network and to rely on your community, or how to balance your work and home life. So this year we're taking a very specific look into your career path. So it really gives a good kickoff to all of the wonderful workshops the next day, because we took a different look at this event specifically and wanted very tangible items to take away. We wanted folks to leave inspired to really map out their career journey and map out how they're going to achieve their goals, instead of, goals without a plan are just a dream. So once you put that plan behind your goals, then you actually can, attain them a lot quicker and have direction and know exactly what's needed to obtain those goals. So our entire event this time is geared towards career mapping, how to get out of your own way. Because a lot of us, we have high aspirations, but the one thing that's usually standing in our way is ourselves. And I know that for me, that was the case. And I've been taking leadership programs really to find ways of getting out of my own way to then achieve my goals. So we're doing career mapping. We are also, so Rachel, you said something that is near and dear to our hearts. We just introduced a philanthropy committee. So you'll hear from our new philanthropy committee and all their efforts in the industry and everything. So Rachel, you need to get with Jess and Hope on that. And then we're also going to be offering headshots. So complimentary headshots to make it easy, give everyone the easy button and give them the resources and tools to really start that journey to advancing their careers in technology.
I love that. It's such a perfect pairing with the Elevating Women in Channels workshop. So great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
Why do you think events like MSP Summit, ACW Connect Live, and the Elevating Women in Channels workshop are important for women in technology?
So what I find a lot about women is, especially when you go to look at your next position in your career, or you're looking to grow, you look at all the recs and you're like, man, I don't fit 100% of those, and you could fit 80% of them, but if you don't fit 100, you're kind of hesitant. And I think workshops like this really empower women to go for what they want, to trust in themselves, and to have the resources to know that they're going to do an amazing job, even if they don't fit 100% of the requirements for a position. So it's really just, arming their tool belt, giving them the confidence, giving them the resources, and then giving them the network to succeed. One of the most valuable things about these events is the network, meeting folks like Janet, like Rachel, like Kathleen, everyone, meeting them, letting them hear your story, building them into your network, and really relying on them to help you in your career. I mean, the coaching and the different mentorship that you get out of this is so valuable, to really have that ally for yourself and for your growth, because who better to help you succeed than a mentor? If you don't know the path, who better to help you build that path out than someone that's done it before? So it's really cool to see all the varying levels of women in tech come together and mind share. You have someone like me that's been in channel for 4, 5, 6 years. And then you have other folks that are just getting in, and they're so green and they're so excited, and they bring a different perspective. And then you have the industry veterans that have been doing this 20, 30 years, that, they know it. And what I love to see is those veterans love to get with more of the green channel folks or green technology folks to get a different perspective. So just that mind share is so valuable in becoming just that well-rounded technology professional.
Absolutely. And I feel like relationships in the channel, especially, are so tight knit. Everyone knows everyone. It's the beauty of it, right?
It becomes a family reunion. I think that when I gear up for these events, like, one of the most exciting parts about it is seeing the people I haven't seen in a while and connecting and finding out what's new in their world. Like hearing Janet talk about the ALN is so exciting to me, because I crave growth and I'm a sponge for knowledge. And having resources like that there, I mean, it's priceless. And everyone should take advantage of it. I've done a lot of speaking opportunities on what we call wedding season with event season among us. And one thing I preach to folks is take part in workshops, go to workshops, learn. Like, it's not all about the networking and the partying and everything. It's truly the content you get out of it. But, growing that network, it just is so valuable. I just cannot say enough about the networking piece of all of these events.
And speaking of relationships, we're so grateful for each of you. Like I said, thank
You
you.
as well.
You as well. Yep.
Thank you for
Appreciate
joining
it.
me today to talk about this incredible workshop. I hope everyone joins. For more information on the Elevating Women in Channels workshop, visit the mspsummit.com. Thank you.